Welcome back. World Sickle Cell Day is celebrated every month of June in the year. This Saturday, there's going to be a walk to commemorate the Sickle Cell Day. Joining us on the show to give us details is Executive Director, Sickle Cell Advocacy and Management Initiative, TOYIN ADESOLA, and Head Clinical Services Sickle Cell Foundation, Nigeria. That's Dr. AJIBOLA, SANDA. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much for having us.
So, there's a walk on Saturday.
Yes, there's a walk.
Tell us about it.
Basically, the walk is to commemorate World Sickle Cell Day all over the world. June 19th is celebrated as the World Sickle Cell Day to create awareness about sickle cell and also raise awareness on supporting people living with sickle cell. So tomorrow we're going to have a walk. It's called the Red Umbrella Walk, and it's taking place at Police College. The kickoff is at Police College IKEJA. IKEJA, and it's kicking off at 7 a.m. and it's a joint walk with a coalition of about 10 NGOs in Lagos State for the very first time coming together to create awareness about sickle cell.
Okay. I know over the years there's been a lot of awareness, and I'll throw this to the doctor. How is the response in terms of, because we know that sickle cell comes about when, you know, someone with an AS marries another person. So now how has it dropped, the number of people that, you know, that produce sickle cell children, or people are actually saying, okay, you know what, I love the person, I'll go ahead with the marriage?
now the thing is, people are more aware about the condition and what predisposes to it. So they tend to now make informed decision as to whether I want to go on with this marriage or not, as to what you see 10, 15 years down the line, where people were like, oh, I didn't know he was AS. If I had known, I won't marry him. So now they know that, okay, this is a likely outcome of our union, and these are the possibilities. And if peradventure you have a sickle cell child, like we tell them every time, it's not a death sentence. There are things you can do even before the child is born to make sure that that child has a very productive life.
Wow. Can you explain what happened to my friend who is AS and married to an AS, and they had only 2 children because, you know, this out of 4, there will be one SS calculation, and then she got pregnant by mistake. And the 3rd child is also AS. What happened there? Okay,
I'll explain. That out of 4 is not out of 4 children. In every pregnancy with an AS couple, there's a 25% chance of having an SS.
Okay, I understand now.
So it's not out of 4. So you can have a family AS and they have 4 SS. And you can have AS and they have 4 AA or 4 AS. So it's not out of 4 children. It's in a pregnancy, there's a 25% chance of having SS.
So I understand
how important is this work? What is it going to achieve, you know?
Well, we want to, first of all, Nigeria has the highest number of people living with sickle cell in the world. So basically, we want to bring the issue to the government that they should start doing something about sickle cell, newborn screening, providing free drugs. Because we find out that people with low income are the ones that have 2, 3, 4, 5 children with sickle cell, and they can barely manage their own personal lives, let alone these children. And we find situations where the father is the first one to bounce out of the marriage, leaving the mother to take care of the children. So basically, it's a way of saying we want to create more awareness. Please take notice of us and make changes to our lives.
Okay, so for finally, just give us the exact details. Where to meet? Okay,
so the walk will be on the 11th of June on Saturday.
That's Saturday.
7 a.m. to start at Police College on Obakinjobi Drive, IKEJA GRA, and it will terminate at LTV premises. It will be led by Desmond Elliott. We're expecting 1,000 people. Wow. There will be adequate security, and as she said earlier, all NGOs in Lagos State focus on sickle cell. We're all coming together to speak with one voice. That's come out for this work. Let's participate.
I want to come. What do I need to do?
You register online. So go to sicklecellfoundation.com and then you follow the prompt and register.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right.
Well
done. Yes. JUMOKE will definitely be there.
Yeah, we have to be at Akwa Ibom.
But she can represent us. All right. Thank you very much. We're going to take a quick break now. When we come back, more on our topic today. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Now, building a relationship with step-parents or half-siblings can be quite different from building other new relationships. Much of the time, those relationships are filled with anger, bitterness, conflict, jealousy, frustration, we have seen cases where step-parents are hostile to their stepchildren, or there's rivalry between half-siblings. Recently, a 21-month-old baby boy named Musa was severely mutilated in Kano by his stepmother. It was gathered that Musa's stepmother cut off his private parts, broke his arm, his legs, cut off his tongue, and injured him in the eye, his feet, and other parts of his body. Now, this was a really shocking story, and this is actually an extreme case. But let's hear your thoughts on relationships between step-parents, children, and also half-siblings. You can call us on 070-8066-8014. You can tweet to us at TVC Connect. Please hashtag YourViewTVC so we can read your tweet. 5 days ago.
His father left him with his stepmother and his paternal grandmother. And when he came back, his limbs, both arms and legs had been broken, his testicles cut off, his tongue cut off, one eye removed, you know. And thank God that he's actually responding. The government has taken up his case. He's responding to treatment in the hospital. But his father is now even defending his own wife, almost bribing the police, you know, to release them because they all were arrested. And we're wondering, why would anyone do this to a child, even if you're not their parents? Why?
As I said,
how old was the child?
This 2 years, 21 months.
2 years old.
Almost two.
My goodness.
Now, as I said, this is an extreme case, but our topic today is not so much of that situation. It's more of actually what living in harmony with step-siblings or half-siblings or stepmothers or stepfathers. Yes.
Linking it up with the last Friday show where we discussed Annie Dibia's case of raising Sumbo's children with our own and asking Pero, the other baby mama to allow Two-Face to visit the children. And I mentioned the fact that a mother can't let go of a child to be raised by others because you can't trust the person that you have rivalry with. For a woman to get pregnant for a man, he probably wanted to marry that person. So the fact that you're not in that house means that you're not happy with that setting. It will take a whole lot of love and it will take a lot of trust for a mother to let go of her children and say, oh, let my mates or fellow wife.
Sometimes, you see, sometimes fate has a way of negating that. Choice. Because if you die or if the person dies, there's another person that will take care of your child.
Which was what I said last week.
Yes.
Musa's mom actually divorced.
Out.
No, she divorced. I'm coming, Waiki, sorry to correct it. She divorced and left the two children, the elder girl and Musa with the father, and then he remarried. Go ahead, Waiki.
No, I was just saying that what we need now is for people to be kinder to one another. Because there is one thing about going to church or the mosque or being religious and be saying, God, and then you are an evil person inside.
But look
God
at
is not going to watch you. God is not going to help you.
As I said, this Musa's case is pretty extreme, but there are cases that people go through every day. Like, you're a woman, you're married to a man, perfectly married, normal marriage. Suddenly, a strange woman appears somewhere.
With a baby.
The man now brings her in as a second wife. Now, instead of her to accept her role as the second wife and stay in her position, she wants to now take your position as the first wife and have responsibility for everything you and your husband have worked for. There are women like that, taking over.
Happen live.
And, and now the children now grow up and they hate each other. I know I grew up in a polygamous family. My father had the best intentions for all of us to work together. See, you know, he never wanted us to look at each other as different. He wanted us to be the same. But both mothers had issues. My mother was the first wife. She felt like this is my territory. There's a second wife coming in somewhere, and she felt like, okay, you are intruding. And yes, you are in your own place, me I'm in my own place, but there's always that rivalry. So one is feeding their children, oh, this person is bad, that one is bad, and that one is... It's the mothers that cause this rivalry is there.
And I think that's where we should correct, because like what I was mentioning, the focus should be on the children, not on, I don't like the woman. Both women don't like each other. But we have two children that whether they like it or not, they will be siblings. Everybody will know that you have the same surname. If it's Odubela, it's Odubela. If it's Odige, it's Odige. Everywhere they go to, they will be equal. They'll be seen as siblings. Why would you now raise those children to be separate as opposed to raising them to love each other? So women must learn to take our differences aside. Take the fact that I hate your mother, but I'm going to let my children love your children.
Let me let Wow jump in before I guess.
What you said was, I mean, for me, it's the foundation of this whole drama. Every child is born with a clean slate. Whatever a child becomes, I mean, how you become as an adult is just solely and purely based on what has been fed to your mind.
Programming.
So now, for me, if we want to make a headway, because you cannot avoid the fact that some men can actually make mistakes and bring in a child. But what is key for me is how that child is being raised. I have a case scenario. This young girl was, she was with her mom and all that. Apparently, the father now remarried a different wife. I think the mother had to leave the house. But the mother was always constantly telling her that that woman is a bad woman, the woman is this, the woman is that. And it now happened that this girl needed to go for NYSC. And fortunately for her, she had to stay with her stepmom because that's the only family that she had in the place where she was going to serve. So while she was serving, she lived with the stepmom for like a year. And throughout that 1 year, guess what? Nothing happened. So the girl now came back to her mother. I said, Mom, but mommy, you told me this woman is evil. She's a witch. She's a that. She's a this. Do you know, from that 1 year encounter that she had with the woman, every year, on every occasion that needs celebration, she sends her stepmother a gift. And she tells her the singular reason that everything they said about you, if you were truly evil, I would not be alive today. So my point is, you see, if we must correct this thing, we must correct it from a point of love. We must look at it that it is no longer, because a lot of women that are feeding children with negativity and bitterness, they are doing it based on their own anger and their own ego.
Frustrations.
Their own frustrations.
Let me come to YK.
I agree that they are doing it based on their own frustrations. But I think that the men, in this case, have to take responsibility. Okay. Look, my brother has children from different women. What he has done is he has brought all the children together under one roof so that they are growing, because if the children are growing up under one roof, they are going to grow up close. And listen, they are not going to know that, is this mother or that mother? Because if you take responsibility, in my father's case, because look, I lived it. I lived it. My father had 3 children from my mother and then children from other women. Now, a lot of those women did not like my mother. A lot of those women did not like us. They felt
what did your mother tell you?
My mother never even discussed.
That's the point.
My mother never discussed it. It was up to us to make a choice.
Exactly.
And at first, the children were close to us. They used to come over to us. But then when the mothers started to now influence them. There was this time I didn't talk to my father for a very long time. For about a year or two, we were quarreling. That's another story. The mothers were now happy that, yes, they're out of the picture. But we are the children. Whether you like it, we are still the man's children. So, of course, we are going to settle the fight. When we settle the fight, because they had been spoiling us to those children did not want to know us.
Okay, thank you. So,
one of the mothers now comes to meet us in our house. Hey, you don't greet the children. And I looked at her and I said, look, go and tell all the bad things you have told. Those are small children. All the bad things you have said about us to those children, go and change it. Let them start greeting us. I'm much older.
Yes. Let me come to
what I pick from our discussions thus far is that it's about the mothers. And so YK is right that if the fathers make the right decision that I'm going to put all my children together in the same house and they will grow up being treated alike, such that regardless of what your own mother is saying to you, you can see that in this house, you're equal one to the other. Now, I have a personal experience, and this lady, when she married her husband, did not know that he had another child from another woman. But I think the difference for her was because the other woman wasn't living in the house for her. There wasn't rivalry between her and the woman. When the family finally told her that this boy is your husband's son, she took the boy as her son. Now, her own first child, that was the boy's younger brother, was my friend. And I never knew that they were not from the same mother. Never. We went out one day, and the elder brother, who was the man's first child, just did like this. And the younger brother just got up and held on to me. JUMOKE, we're going home. You know, the unity amongst them. Till that boy married. It was after I got close to the family that I realized that it's not actually, and she will say, Oko me. The younger ones must respect their elder brother.
JUMOKE, I want to pick on that because Raiki said something very, very important. The children decided. In my own case, we've not decided. And it's so painful because my mother tried so hard to give us the right values. She never preached hate to us. She made us love our half-siblings, no matter what. She never made us grow up to say, you don't like this person, don't lie.
So you now have a lot of love.
I have love and I'm ready. When my father, it was as if, even though we shared love with my half-siblings, we tried to share love, there was always a wall of, me, I can't go too close to you. Even when we tried,
is it fear?
There was that fear.
Yeah, because
I've been giving to them. Now, the
mother.
thing is that after my father died, family were saying, all this love people are doing. When your father dies now, everybody will find their way once the father dies.
Why?
And immediately when that died, exactly that happened.
So
everybody went their way.
That's the point I want to bring in from. When YK says that the man takes responsibility to make sure that the children are one in the same house, it is a bit difficult. I'm from a polygamous family. In short, my husband did not know I had half siblings until probably like 5 years into the marriage. Because I would not come out to meet you. My half sisters would go and tell, whenever she would introduce me to her boyfriend, she would say, hey,
my half
this
sister.
then we thought it was step until YK corrected us. This is the stepsister I told you about. And I'm wondering, like, really? I did not have, because for me, I saw everybody as one. There's a part of decision you, as a child,
as
for
an
you
adult,
to and for you to decide to say, you know what, that is not something for me to talk about. But you see, when you say the man takes responsibility and put everybody in the house, if the women are in that house, trust me, no matter how you try to preach love, they would always see themselves that they are not from the same. And that's where the problem is. So we need to treat the adults. It is not the children that have a problem. Every child is born empty. Do you understand?
I totally agree with you. The children don't have a problem. It is the women that have a problem. That is why I say the men have to take responsibility. Let me tell you why. Because when you notice it and you correct it in front of your children will start, listen, your children will start to notice that, what mommy is doing is bad.
It's wrong.
What mommy is doing is wrong.
I agree.
Because the man, my brother does not accept it, that you treat his children different. You must treat all of them the same.
Same thing.
Look, Amade is much older than
all of them.
All of them. But they love Made to death.
Okay, let me
So
come to talk
brings
about
us to the decision of the man. Because we've been talking about, I know the first thing is women, what the women will do. But if a man shows favoritism towards the wife, the children of his loved one, more than the other, then there's nothing the child can do. The child is being programmed that way to say that my father loves that one more. So that's still the place of the man. And the man must also be the one to unite his family. Whether we like it or not, we all children and wife bear the man's name.
Okay.
Yes. We are joined by that man. The man must step up as the man of the house and say that I want my family to be like this. Whenever we have Prince Owe or Larry, they talk about having a family goal. So yes, you already have 4 wives, giving you 10 children. What is the goal of that family at that point? Exactly. I want all my children to make me proud in future by bringing them together.
You know, that is raising a very valid issue that we need to address. It's, for Babatunde Jola Osho says, you viewed this issue from only one point.
Okay.
Take a look at a woman giving birth for different men.
Yes.
You know, so that is also half siblings. But I have noticed, hold on, let me
There's
finish.
no problem with that
I
one.
have noticed that
there's no problem.
That is what I'm saying. Let me finish now. I have noticed that women that have different children from different men, their children don't see themselves as different.
They are always close.
They are always close. So that is why we are saying
the mother is the rallying factor.
The mother,
exactly.
Because you are the one that is the nation builder. You see, I have taken out time to study parenting. I'm doing a lot of research on parenting. For the bond in a home, the woman is the homekeeper. If you decide to be a woman of love and unity, that home, it would reflect. So, I mean, we do a lot of analysis. We've taken out time to study on psychology. Most times, this thing happens when the woman sees herself and sees the other person and say, you know what, I would make sure that I outsmart or
competition.
I'm competing
Let me take
with
this call. TESLIM, good morning. Are you there?
Good morning.
Good morning. Please go ahead.
Yeah. What a lovely topic you have on your show this morning.
Yes.
Talking about the topic, I think the first to look at is about a responsible father and a responsive husband. If you want to deal with the problem of step siblings or step parents, the onus lies on the husband, who happens to be the head of the family.
Yes, sir.
If a husband is responsible, that is taking care of the needs of other siblings, irrespective of the fact that they are from different mothers. If we have a kind of unity of purpose in guiding the affairs of the family. For example, if a woman who is the one fending for her own children, is the one taking care of the family, and has to say, go and meet your father for school fees. They said they need school fees. Her father said, go back, go to your mother. And it's the mother that will still eventually take care of the children. Definitely, no amount of words of bringing the family together that will come from the man that the children will listen to. So the majority of solving family issues on the man. If the man is not responsive and responsible, definitely they are going to have this chaos. Of course, we have in some situation whereby we have some, so superb women, irrespective of the fact that they know that their husband is not responsible, they will still act and tell the children that you have to listen.
Thank you. That's a very fantastic point. Now, let us, I agree parts of the parents, but the issue that, in my own case, we're not children. We know our parents screwed up. Maybe daddy did this, mommy did this. Fine. We are grown up. Popsy has died. I called a meeting. I said, please, I'm tired of all this nonsense. I even called my older brother. My older brother said, let us gather a meeting. All of us come together. These people said, I'm not interested.
Morayo, how old are you?
So it's like, we're trying to solve the problem.
No, it's a build-up. You can't just solve the problem just like that. It doesn't work that way. It's a mind thing that has, it's something that has grown into who you are.
And you see, a lot of times, because I will take this from my own personal experience, friends are useless ne'er-do-wells. Naysayers, actually, that's the word. They will break up the family because they will tell you, because they know that there is that division, because
they will continue to fuel it
and feed you with wrong information and wrong stories. And it's those people that are evil people, because they are the ones that will continue to feed the... but I was going to say something. I know a lady that has 4 children for 4 different men. All the children are close.
You see. Let me take a quick break. When we come back, more on this topic. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. Let's come to Tokwe.
Talking about the place of an adult making a decision, a lot of adults live their entire life in the shadow of their parents, shadow of what the parents have taught them, never making a decision by themselves. Personally, maybe you should take a call.
No, go ahead.
I had to decide how I wanted to run my family. My mom had a way she had programmed me to run my family. And I had to just wake up and tell myself that, I don't like what you're doing. I don't want to live with my husband in distrust. I don't want to hide things from him. So I made up my mind. I said, I will be open to my husband about everything. Disregarding what she said, I said, I love you, Mom. I know you care about me, but I want to have my freedom. I think ladies and men and women out there that are from half relationship, polygamous relationship, should make up their mind and say, I know my father has said this, my mother has said this, but I want to open up myself and heal.
Let me take this call from Jumoke. Jumoke, are you there for me? Jebode?
Hello?
Yes, go ahead, please.
Jumoke, this is Jumoke from Jebode.
Yes, go ahead, please.
I like this your topic. I'm a first caller.
Welcome to the show.
Are you hearing me?
Yes.
You know, you look at the other aspect. If we marry to a man that the other people they are from Jehovah Witnesses, they don't accept other people.
True.
Do you believe that?
Yes.
Hello. I'm happy. I see you.
Yeah, we believe you.
My mistake idea. I can see you. You talk like me very much. Hello.
We believe you. We believe you.
Other people, do you hear what I'm saying?
Yes.
So they discriminate. If Jehovah people, you married them, maybe you marry a man, the man has left their religion. They don't like the other children that the man will have.
Okay.
They don't accept, people they will not accept them. So you should look at that angle.
All right. Thank you very much, Jumoke. Yes.
I want to bring an angle to this discussion. a man marries a wife, and for instance, because we cannot hide the fact that it was very prevalent at the times of our parents, where the wife had only female children. Because that was where that special preference, I think, started. So the woman now had only female children. Then the new wife will now come, and she now has a boy. And you see all of a sudden the man is now treating the, what's it called? The second wife's child with so much love, with so much, because of course the mindset that I have a male heir and all that. So the man now decides to say, okay, this is my, and they make it very crystal clear that he's the choice.
But when you grow up, say the problem starts from the man.
I understand.
The man is the real
I'm not disagreeing with you. So I'm just saying that, so that woman now starts to feed her son. That you are the one that would inherit the whatever, you are the one that will do this. And tomorrow, that's
even in the past. Today, when we have seen that women are doing better than men, many women are feeding their husbands and their fathers and their extended families. You realize that it's not about being a man for you to be the heir apparent. So it's about doing well in school and being somebody in future. Bam.
Let me take this call. Let's prepare some tweets. IKORODU, a call from IKORODU. Good morning. Are you there?
I'm there.
BISI, please go ahead.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Go ahead, BISI.
This is BISI from IKORODU.
Yes.
This is an interesting topic.
Yes.
I am a victim of... Good morning, I'm there.
We can hear you.
I am a victim of the... This is an interesting topic. I am a victim of... Good morning, I'm there. We can hear you.
BISI, we can't hear you again. I'm sorry.
She has a TV set on. So
switching to the TV set on.
Okay, may we take a few tweets because we have several of them. Karim says, everything boils down to the father. He must treat everybody equal in the family for peace to reign. Bakare says, Alaja Saleh, you look good in that outfit. Fumi Akimbi says the problem is with the women. If they want the children to be close, they're the ones that decide. Oluwatoyin says greed, envy, and absolute jealousy can never make polygamous homes unite. Not in this part of the world.
Oluwatoyin says, yes, experience counts for more for who we become, but parents can be a factor to how we are molded. Pearl says, yes, Uwa, you're right. Gender plays a role in most polygamous homes, but people aren't getting your point. Okay, that's what she said.
Yes,
Ms. Berlin says, love is the key word and it comes from the heart. If it's not there, things will go wrong. Tarik's rule says, this is the kind of stuff that emanates from this part. Okay, I think you
But the thing, going back to the adults, and because I know that a lot of people watching us, like the way you said, some are with so much love trying to bring back their sibling. Some are the siblings hurting and seeing that other person with envy. If you don't release yourself,
it's a psychological problem.
Yes, I know. If you don't release yourself, if you don't take away that hurt from your heart, you will never move on in life. So that individual needs to decide, and you can decide from watching this show right now that I'm going to call that my stepsister or my half sister or half brother, and extend the hand of love. Make the decision yourself, so that even if the person pushes you back, you know that this is not my mommy talking or daddy talking. This is me making the decision to love someone.
Yes. Now, you see, in polygamy, I have a friend that they were like 24 children. Polygamy breeds a ground for mothers to be in competition because everybody is struggling to get the man's attention, to make sure that, oh, my own child is doing well, because the father will sit like a king. Okay, what are you doing? So the man is always looking for the one that he will brag about. So that was why in those days, a lot of women would make sure that they keep on feeding their children with so much, oh, you have to do this, you have to outshine this person, you have to be smart, you have to do this. And they now grow up feeling that they have to continuously compete with their half-siblings. So if we can change that, men begin to see that your children are all one. Like what YK said is very valid. If a man decides to reprimand the wife in the presence of that child, the child now gets that registered in their head that, yes, so I am one and the same with my half-sibling.
Solution. Two-Face wanted to do the right thing by his family. So before he married his wife, he settled all his baby mamas. But Annie took it upon herself that I have married this man. I must love him with everything that he comes with. And took the children of one of the baby mamas. So we're assuming that because the other baby mama is out of the country is why there's some distance between them. If women want a peaceful home, regardless of what situation you found yourself in polygamy, the decision starts from you. If your husband has decided that he's going to treat all the children alike, even if he's not doing it, if you decide that I want peace in this home, my children are going to love their half-siblings, there's not going to be enmity in my house. Also, it's my decision.
And also, Jumoke, economic independence also helps women, because that's what helped my mother. She had her own money. Now, another woman might be depending solely on this man and wanting all his resources to come to me. But if you're independent, you give your children the best education, it helps out.
I disagree. The lady that I talked about, she's totally dependent on her husband, but she just had a good heart and decided that I'm going to treat his first child like my child.
The heart is important. Love in the heart.
Even if you are independent,
she was the one who sat down as the child's mother during his wedding. You know?
Even if you are dependent, I mean independent financially, it does not make you that your mind is independent. Some women have that scarcity mindset. So they just believe that, no, my own child must inherit this, all this syndrome of inheritance.
I just think that when you are praying, pray for a good heart. Pray not to be evil.
True.
Because that is what causes it, evil.
Yes, that's it.
Love.
All right. Let's share some love. Maybe I'll call my half-sister tomorrow. Say, okay, auntie, let's talk. Let's have a conversation.
You don't have to have a
I'm just joking.
I'm close to all my
have a lovely... Oh, today's not Friday. Today is Thursday. Oh, I come back tomorrow. Have a lovely day. See you tomorrow. No, I'm not coming here tomorrow. We're going to Uyo.
Yes,
all road leads to Uyo. Myself, Uwa, and YK. So, Tokwe and Jumoke and two others would hold forth. Say, have a lovely day. See you Monday from us, but from YK and...
See you tomorrow.
From Tokwe and Jumoke, see you tomorrow.
They are so excited about this, your trip.